You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxshall, in which I chronicle my life and attempts to become a professional writer by, doing some writing, daily, hopefully. Hello, today is Friday the 6th of December 2024. You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. Again, working day today, well, in theory a working day, so I haven't really had a chance to do any writing, but it was another of those working days where I didn't do an awful lot of work. So I was on home standby from 10 till 6 p.m. today, and I wasn't used, but I think it's a shame because I wasn't used and my sleeping is still well off kilter. So because I did my airport standby, I didn't get home till nearly 1:30 in the morning from my airport standby a couple of days ago. It took me ages to get to sleep. So in fact, when I did my home standby from midday yesterday, I didn't get up long before that because it was probably 3:00 in the morning before I'd managed to get some sleep. And then my home standby today was 2 hours earlier, started at 10, and I was still awake at 4:00. So basically I set an alarm for 9:30. I got up and got ready and then basically went to sleep for a bit. And it was sort of lunchtime before I got up again. And so, yes, and then I was just waiting for that call. I actually kind of thought I would be used today. I wasn't. So instead I'm doing an airport standby block from 11 till 5 tomorrow, but they're limited what they can use me for because I've only got 2 days, so it has to be Europe. I think the only really proper foreign trip that isn't Europe that lasts for 2 days is JFK, but that is a very early start, so I won't be starting early enough to do that. So it pretty much has to be a Europe night stop or a there and back, or possibly nothing again. We shall see. So I haven't really been, I was certainly too tired, didn't do an awful, I haven't done a lot of reading, haven't done a lot of writing, I haven't read any of Tani's Bow Street Society books today, but that's fine, I'm halfway through it, and I will crack on the next time I get a bit of free time, as it were. But I have done a couple of little things today. So I've been thinking about sort of the podcast next year, and I think basically I plan to do the same as I've done this year, and that is to intend to record daily, and I won't record daily every day. There'll be months where I'm exceedingly disciplined and there'll be times where I'm not, and I'm fine with that actually, because it's worked. I will have done nearly 200 podcasts this year, and bearing in mind I didn't start till, is it March or April? But yes, I've only really done it for 9 months, maybe 9 and a bit, and I've done 200 shows, which means that's approximately 200 out of a possible 240, something like that. Is that 9 months roughly? Hang on, sorry about this. Alexa, what is 3/4 of 365?
3/4 of 365 is 273.75.
Okay, so I've done 200 where I could have done 270 odd. So that's still 2/3 of the days. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just aim for about 6 minutes a day like I have this year, and maybe try and be a little bit more focused about what I achieve each month. So what I might try and do is set myself a target or a goal at the beginning of each month. And even if I don't entirely achieve it, I'll probably be more productive than if I don't, if that makes sense. And the other thing I want to do is to distinguish season 2, which is what I'm going to be calling anything from January till December next year. To distinguish it from what I've done this year, I have actually done some new music. Well, I say new music. It was a song that I never finished. It was going to be called Slowly Killing Me. But apart from a very miserable bit of chorus that I wrote, I never kind of got the hang of what it had to sound like as a song, and I never finished it. So I've got this piece of music, which I don't think I even shaped it fully into a song. I did the intro, and then kind of, I did the intro, and that was about it. And then it sort of just goes on for a bit without going anywhere. which is great to fade to. So that's what I'll be doing. So yes, the song that I think if people have watched me live stream for a long time, I did use a longer version of this same piece of music quite a while ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, as the intro to my live streams, and I distinctly remember it was when I was writing Empress of the Trees, and nothing's changed. It will be used as the intro to Empress of the Trees as well. So I've actually recorded the files for the opening and closing credits for next series or next year. It'll basically be the same. It'll be me sort of slightly taking the mickey out of myself. The wording isn't identical, got to keep things fresh. So those are ready to go. I look forward to using it for the first time, sort of in just over 3 weeks' time, really. And also the picture that comes up is going to change for series 2 as well. I found another picture of me. I've just stuck the title on top of it, so it's all ready to go. So that's the one little thing I did to do, was think about the future of this podcast, and new music and stuff. So yeah, those files are done. And that's it. So tomorrow, I'm on standby 11 till 5. So the latest takeoff I can do, because I can't do long haul, so the latest takeoff I can do is 6:15. So if it was a domestic, in theory I could fly there and back and still come home. And if it's a night stop, then obviously it'll be a night stop. So I might record an emergency pod, because it's possible I'll get somewhere in Europe and it'll still be tomorrow and I could record a podcast there, but it's also possible I won't get to the hotel till gone midnight. So I think I will record an emergency podcast for tomorrow, just to cover eventualities. So thank you for listening. I'll be back with something tomorrow. And then Sunday and so on. Thank you very much for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my random ramblings, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree at linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.